Bo Jackson gives up $21 million judgment in extortion suit against niece and nephew. So Bo Jackson has been battling with his niece and nephew over an allegation. So, but before we get into that, I just want to say thank you to all of my subscribers. Once again, I appreciate you. If you are new to the channel and you happen to just come across the channel, I appreciate you too. Make sure that you like and subscribe. And if you have any comments, make sure you leave in the comment section. And I do make good videos. All right, now back to this Bo Jackson situation. For those of you that don't know, Bo Jackson has been, over the past, I'm going to say 3 years, have been going through court proceedings against his own niece and nephew. Former professional football and baseball player Bo Jackson has given up $21 million judgment against his niece and nephew, whom he said harassed and tried to extort money from him. So basically, his niece and nephew trying to get money from their uncle. You know, money in many cases can be the love of money can be the root of evil in certain situations, and this seems to be one of them. A judge back in February ruled in Jackson's favor in the suit. He said, well, no, in the suit he had filed in April of 2023 against Thomas Lee Anderson and Erica M. Anderson, also known as Erica Anderson Ross. Thomas Lee Anderson and Anderson Ross basically tried to extort money from their uncle. Jackson, a running back whom won the Heisman Trophy back at Auburn and also played in both the NFL and Major League Baseball. So remember, he was a two-way superstar. We all know Bo Jackson. And Jackson had alleged in his lawsuit that his relatives had tried to extort $20 million from him through harassment and intimidation. So basically just trying to harass him, intimidate him, probably trying to blackmail him as well, trying to get $20 million. In addition to the monetary award, last year's ruling included a permanent protective order. So basically, man, it's a protective order against his own niece and nephew. I don't know about you all, but I have nieces and nephews, and I'm very close to them, and I can imagine situation getting so bad to where there's had to be a third party to implement a protective order to keep them away from me. But that's exactly what happened with this Bo Jackson, unfortunate situation. And a judge in February ruled in Jackson's favor in the suit he had filed in April 2023 against Thomas Lee Anderson and Erica M. Anderson, also known as Erica Anderson Ross. In addition to the monetary award, last year's ruling included a permanent protective order barring his niece and nephew from bothering or contacting him and his immediate family. So not only do they have to stay away from him, but they have to stay away from his immediate family as well. It also said that they must stay at least 500 yards, meters from the Jacksons and remove social media posts about them. So they had been basically on social media, I guess making derogatory remarks about Bo Jackson, or, just basically trying to defame his character, right? In an attempt to try to get money, right? Cobb County Superior Court Judge Jason D. Marbut, who happens to be the judge that was presiding over the case, said back in February order that neither Jackson's niece and nephew nor their attorneys rebutted Jackson's claims or participated in the case after a May 2023 hearing when they consented to a temporary protective order. The judge found the Andersons to be in default, accepting as true all Jackson's allegations. After that ruling was issued, a new lawyer for the Andersons filed a motion in March to set aside that judgment and to dismiss the lawsuit. So essentially, the niece and nephew's initial attorney, I guess he wasn't cut for the job, and they felt he wasn't doing a good enough job, so they fired him and got a new lawyer. And and they wanted to dismiss the lawsuit according to court filings. And they filed on Tuesday. Jackson and the Andersons jointly asked the judge to throw out February's order, withdraw the Andersons' pending motions, and enter a consent judgment. So it's one of those things, y'all, where you get in a fight with your family, you have an issue, but you love your family, you love your niece and nephew, they love their uncle, and it's like, you know what, let's get this third party out of here. Let's just try to, sort through this on our own. And that's exactly what they went on to do. And in the meantime, the parties have conducted 2 mediations and have reached a private agreement resolving this dispute, the filing says. Marbut on Wednesday issued an order vacating his February ruling. So I guess Bo Jackson basically just said, you know what, I love my family, I don't want this to go any further, let's just vacate their initial ruling, we'll sort it out on our own. And that's what they did. And so that's what the judge was able to do. He just went on and decided to dismissed the initial order, and now they're working out on their own. That consent judgment finds in Jackson's favor on several counts and dismisses others, though. Awards no damages either to Jackson or his niece and nephew. Okay, so no awards were awarded, and let's see, Jackson or his niece and nephew, and says the parties shall pay their own attorneys. So, Bo Jackson is very wealthy. I'm sure he can pay his attorney fees. However, the niece and nephew now, trying to extort money from their uncle, now they're going to be responsible for paying their own attorney fees, which I'm sure were quite substantial. It's been a 3-year battle. Um, it also says that Anderson must not harass or intimidate Jackson and his wife and children and stay 500 yards away from them, except in certain circumstances, including court appearances, sporting events, and family functions. So those are the only 3 scenarios in which they can be within 500 yards of their own uncle. The Andersons are also not to have any contact with Jackson and his wife and children. Jackson, 62, has alleged that the harassment began in 2002 and included threatening social media posts and messages, public allegations that put him in a false light. He also alleged that the public disclosure of private information was intended to cause him severe emotional distress. So this has been stressing Bo Jackson out, y'all, like just dealing with this whole allegation. And that old saying, people that are close to you are the ones that can hurt you. And here's a prime example of his family trying to hurt him and defame his character. He also alleged that public disclosure of private information was intended to cause him severe emotional distress. With the help of an attorney, the Andersons demanded $20 million to stop. He said he feared for his own safety and that of his family. Which we know that was not the case, right? At the end of the day, he wasn't in fear of his family. Bo Jackson is a big guy. Bo Jackson is a really tough guy. However, people can't hurt your character, particularly not through social media. And basically that's what they were doing. They were, releasing, private information about Bo Jackson that probably only the family knew. And as you all know, when it comes to your name, your good reputation, or your brand, all of that can be damaged by individuals that know a lot of personal things about you and your family. And so essentially, I think this was a case of Bo Jackson just basically wanting to protect his image and his reputation and his name and his image. And so now the niece and nephew were trying to extort $20 million from him. And the only thing they got out of this, y'all, was basically having to pay their own lawyer fees, which probably was a substantial amount. They didn't get the $20 million that they wanted, and they must stay away from their uncle now. And it probably has fractured their relationship with their uncle for the rest of their life, all behind trying to accomplish something that was never should have been. Well, I'll say this: Bo Jackson never should have been a target of this in the first place. If someone wants to do something nice for you, if they're wealthy, then let them do it. But not. But so many times, family members feel entitled. This is my uncle. This is Uncle Bo Jackson, and I deserve to get X amount of dollars just because I'm kin to him. And you all know that life does not work that way. If someone is in a wealthy situation, they want to do something nice for their family, great. But if they don't, go out and get your own. Make it happen on your own. 9 out of 10 times, whenever you want to make your own way, people are more apt to try to help you and do things for you in the first place. So, but anyway, I just want to share this story with y'all about Bo Jackson. I was a big Bo Jackson fan. Back, of course, he plays with the Kansas City Royals. He plays with the Raiders back in the day. I never forget that long run, that very famous run that he did. I think it was like 95 yards, and he ran through the tunnel. He was running so fast that he couldn't stop in the end zone. Y'all look it up, man. Y'all go to YouTube or just Google Bo Jackson's, famous run. I can't remember the name of the team they were playing against. I think it was the Minnesota Vikings, but don't y'all hold me to that. But I do believe it was on Monday Night Football, and he was running, like I say, so fast, y'all, that when he, on this 95, I think it was 95 yards. It may have been a little bit more, so, but I know it was a very, very long run, 90 yards and better. And he may have been on the 1 yard line, it may have been 99 yards. But man, he was going so fast, y'all, that when he entered to the end zone, he literally could not stop. This is the momentum and the speed and the velocity that he was running with. And he just kept running all the way through the tunnel. And that was really phenomenal. As you all know, Bo Jackson was a phenomenal athlete. In fact, when he messed his hip up, if you can look this up as well, the injury that kind of I guess, halted his career, brought his career to an end. Bo Jackson was running on the sideline, and he was so strong that when he went to, the guy had tackled him, was holding him, and his feet was planted into the turf. Bo Jackson was so strong that he literally used his hips to pull himself up. And this guy had all of his weight on Bo, pulling him down, trying to pull him down to tackle him on the field. And Bo just planted and just used brute strength to pull himself out. Well, he was so strong that he pulled his hip out of place, right? That's just how strong he was. I don't know if y'all know just how strong this guy was, but he would break bats on his knees, as playing baseball. So Bo Jackson was a very, very strong individual, and he's a beast, y'all. All right, so with that being said, I gotta go. I just want to share this story with, another story of, a family, be a disgruntled family, or all behind, money, right? I just wanted to share the story with y'all. I hope that y'all enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed it, y'all make sure you like and subscribe. And also, if you have any comments, if you're a football fan or you're a Bo Jackson fan and you want to chime in, or if you're just someone that have dealt with family, or feeling entitled, thinking that that you owe them something because you're rich or you're wealthy, and they've tried to extort money from you, or you know someone that just feels entitled, y'all leave it in the comment section, okay? All right, that being said, I hope that y'all have an awesome day. Y'all take care of yourselves, and until next time.